Hey, procrastinators. Today I'm part of an autoimmune disorder awareness hop hosted by Terra over at mayhemcraftycards. There are a lot of giveaways along this hop, so be sure to check out my description box for all the information on the giveaways. I do want to say real quick that the most important thing you need to know about the giveaways is that comments must be made on by Thursday, April 1st by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the winners will be chosen at random from the comments left on all the posts across Instagram and YouTube on Friday, April 2nd, and will be announced here on YouTube, over on Mayhem Crafty Cards channel, and on her Instagram channel as well. I will have all that information in my description box below. All right, so I am starting off with a piece of Nina 80-pound Solar White Classic Crest cardstock, and I've got a Picket Fence Studio stencil here called Artsy Sun, and I'm going to start some ink blending with Crackling Campfire Distress Oxide. So I decided that I wanted to turn this sun stencil into some flames, because if you are not aware, I do suffer from, obviously, an autoimmune disorder called complex regional pain syndrome. It's also called reflex sympathetic dystrophy. And it's associated with burning pain. And so a lot of times you will see graphics that are associated with RSD or CRPS that have flames on them. So if you get t-shirts or whatever associated with the disease, it has flames. So I thought that I would turn this sun stencil into some flames on the bottom of my card. So that is what I'm doing here. And I've got some post-it note tape kind of masking off parts of it so I don't get some really funky flames, because there were like little parts of the sun sticking out that I didn't want. Anyway, so I'm just going to ink blend some of the rays of the sun on here, and I thought it turned out pretty cool in the end. It turned out exactly how I wanted it to, or well, maybe not exactly, but I think if I would have added some yellow in there, I think it would have looked really cool. But I was trying to stick with the color orange because the awareness ribbon for RSD, CRPS, whatever you want to call it, is orange. Reason why I keep calling it RSD, CRPS. When I was diagnosed 13 years ago, 14 years ago, it's been a while. It was called Reflex Sympathetic Dystrophy, and they were changing it over to chronic regional pain syndrome. They've changed the name, I don't even know how many times. They've changed the name a lot of times. So it gets kind of confusing because some people will call it chronic regional pain syndrome. Some people will call it reflex sympathetic dystrophy. It's also called Casalgia. It's got a lot of different names. So it gets a little confusing. I more often than not will call it reflex sympathetic dystrophy because that is what I was diagnosed with. So now I'm going to come in with carved pumpkin and ink blend over it and have my stencil shift a little bit, so I've got another layer of flames. So like I said, I've had RSD for about 14 years. It just happened from a simple wrist sprain, and over time with failed treatments and whatnot, the pain spread up my arm and into my shoulder. And then about 3 or 4 years after I had gotten RSD, I was hurt really bad, and it spread to my right arm entirely. They also suspect that I have fibromyalgia as well, but since it's treated pretty much the same way the RSD is, they just chalk that one up to, oh, she's got something else. I also suffer with depression and that kind of stuff too that comes with chronic pain, but let's just chalk some more stuff on there. I've asked for a return or repairs on this body, but nobody's given me one yet, but it is what it is. So about, I think it was 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago. I don't know. That's another thing the RSD affects is my memory pretty bad. Anyway, approximately 4 or 5 years ago, I got a spinal cord stimulator, and that helps quite a bit with the pain. But that was, fairly good sized spinal surgery. But it does help, and I was able to cut back on a lot of my medications. So that was good. All right, so now we are going to do some stamping. This is one of my favorite stamp sets from Neat and Tangled. I believe it was the owner's dad had RSD and was able to get him sent to a clinic that I would love to go to. But, you know, money and things. But anyway, after her dad was put into remission, they made this stamp set and they raised money for I think it was the Burning Limb Foundation. And I bought this stamp set when I saw that they were doing that. So I bought the stamp and the die set. But unfortunately, this set is retired. But I still use it anytime that we do kind of an awareness hop or anything like that. I do use it because it's near and dear to my heart because of that. So I am stamping the inside with Crackling Campfire to match the front. And then we will start assembling the card. So I'm going to mount the card front on a piece of black. It'll have a 1/8 inch border all the way around. Or maybe 1/16. It's 1/8 inch bigger, but it's going to have a 1/16 inch border all the way around. So yeah, I don't tell my story for pity. I just tell it to it is what it is. I do have a very supportive husband. I stay home and he is okay with that. He builds things in my craft room and makes it so I can fit as much stuff in there as possible. And anything that I want, he doesn't complain. I don't have to hide my purchases from him or anything like that. He is very supportive. He's gone on my crazy Craigslist runs to get craft supplies, secondhand craft supplies, or, you know, whatever. Crazy furniture for my craft room. He is very supportive. He's the one that encouraged me to do the YouTube channel. He's done videos for my channel even. Some of you that watch my channel on a regular basis know that he's done a couple videos for my channel. He's a good sport. All right, so I cut this awareness ribbon from on my Cricut. I just grabbed a file online and then I made the offset in Cricut's new offset feature because I had to give that a try. I think I like using the offset on my cuts a lot better, but it turned out all right. It wasn't bad. And the holographic cardstock is from Dollar Tree. I don't know if they still sell it or not, but I think it's fun. So that finishes off my card for today. The next person in the hop will be listed in my description box below. And I hope that you enjoy the hop and my card. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I would love it if you did. And as always, have a great day.